Long before temples reached to the heavens and armies trampled the earth, the world was alive with spirits. These were not gods nor demons but something far older, keepers of the unseen and guardians of balance. Across cultures, they were whispered of in reverence. Protectors, guides, and sometimes avengers, these spirits shaped the lives of those who respected them. But their story is one the world has tried to forget. In the old world, every land, every element had its spirit. The people knew them by many names. In Slavic lands, the domovoi protected the hearth and family, a gentle guardian when respected, but a bringer of ruin if ignored. The Leshy, lord of the forests, demanded offerings for safe passage. To anger him was to risk never finding your way home. The Apu, spirits of the Andes, watched over crops and travelers. Their blessings were the lifeblood of those who lived beneath their peaks. In African lore, spirits like Mamiwata lived within rivers and seas, bringing fortune or misfortune to those who crossed their paths. In Japan, the Kodama dwelled in ancient trees. To harm these trees was to invite a curse upon your family. These spirits were not gods to be worshipped, nor demons to be feared. They existed to maintain balance, punishing the disrespectful and rewarding the reverent. Those who truly understood the spirits were the witches. They were the guardians of the old ways, the bridge between the mortal and the unseen. Through rituals and offerings, witches maintained harmony. They knew the language of the wind, the whispers of fire, and the secrets of the earth. To them, the spirits and even the old gods were not enemies but allies. They did not seek power for themselves. They served the balance, ensuring that humanity lived in harmony with the forces of nature. But the balance was not to last. A new order emerged, one that demanded the world bow to a single god. The priests declared the spirits to be demons, the old gods to be false idols, and the witches to be heretics. The church feared the power of the old ways. To break the people's bond with the spirits, they destroyed their sacred places and called for the destruction of the witches. The spirits and witches were labeled as evil. Fires burned, rivers ran red, the balance was shattered. The stories of demonic possession have long been a tool to stoke fear, crafted to make us tremble at the idea of higher demons entering our world to wreak havoc. But the truth is far different and far older. Higher demons, as they are often called, do not stoop to possess mortal bodies. Their power is too vast, their existence too immense. For such a being to enter a human vessel would be like us trying to inhabit the fragile body of an ant. It would collapse under the weight of their presence. No, possession is not the work of the great forces of the unseen world. Instead, it is the doing of lesser entities, spirits and minor deities that dwell closer to our reality. These beings, once helpers and guides, have turned their gaze on humanity not out of evil, but out of vengeance. These beings, abandoned and vilified, sought vengeance, not for cruelty, but for the betrayal of those they once helped. Their attacks were not born of evil, but of anger and loss. Those who suffered possessions were often those who accepted the church's command to forget the spirits. By turning against them, these individuals inherited the weight of betrayal. The spirits did not torment the innocent. They sought to punish those who helped erase them. And yet these attacks were misunderstood. The church proclaimed them as acts of evil, branding the spirits as demons and their victims as cursed. But in truth, it was humanity's own actions, its betrayal of the balance, that brought these torments upon itself. To summon or call upon such entities is not a game. It requires years of training, an understanding of the balance, and a profound respect for the forces at play. Even then, summoning is not command, it is a request, an invitation. Those who proclaim they can summon or control these beings easily are charlatans. To do so requires discipline and purpose. It is not an act of arrogance but of understanding. The spirits who possess and torment are not monsters, they are reminders. Their anger is a reflection of the balance humanity broke, their vengeance a plea to be remembered. The spirits were not the only beings feared by the church. Beyond them stood the old gods, the creators, and darker still, the primordial forces of destruction. The old gods, known by names like Baal and Astaroth, were neither good nor evil. They were forces, vast, incomprehensible, and eternal. The witches did not command them but approached them with reverence, understanding their place in the balance. The priests may have broken the shrines and silenced the stories, but the spirits endure. The witches survive. The balance, though fractured, still exists. To find them, you must remember the old ways. You must seek them with humility and respect, for they do not answer to arrogance or greed. They are watching, they are waiting. The spirits, the witches, the balance, they have never truly left us. The spirits were never demons. The old gods were never false. The witches were never evil. Seek them, respect them, and they may yet return to us once more.